Yo, what's up guys? In this video I'm gonna spend 100 days as a mage, warlock, paladin, witch, spellcaster, death knight, wizard, priest, druid, shaman, necromancer, monk, conjurer, mystic. Basically, we're gonna do magic. Sometimes. So on day 1 I spawned in the mining dimension with a basic pickaxe in my hand and started gathering some early game resources. This process lasted 5 days, and in that time I managed to acquire quite a lot of the previously mentioned materials, including but not limited to iron, gold, diamonds, orphans, and awakened dragon. Day 9, a close encounter with a formidable foe, a hidden believing that technology could ever surpass the arcane, who I proved wrong by making him open source. Okay, let me quickly change the scenery, cause on day 10 we went caving. Actually we haven't, cause I still have the mining dimension stuff in my lovely little chest. Silly me, I forgot. Day 11 downs on us, and what also downs on me is that I forgot to bring coal from the world I spawned in, so I decided to go collect some in a cave, but OBS crashed, so I have no footage. But here's the result. On day 12 I was being approached by a bunch of enemies, and I guess you could call me a shepherd cause I thinned out the herd. The next few days were spent exploring, with which my fancy toys I crafted previously helped tremendously. And while traveling across the beautiful landscapes of this wonderful game, I came across a modest household from which I obtained a fine looking totem via peaceful means. On day 16 I was clearing dungeons while also practicing my APM in order to get better at rhythm hentai games. On my way out of the dungeon I noticed some tasty looking berries, so I consumed them without hesitation. It's not like they could poison me or anything. I then met a stray woman in a forest and used my arcane powers to torture her until she was begging for the sweet release of death. And let me say this, I felt fucking generous that day. Okay, I'll stop the casual misogyny. Time to get competitive. On day 18 I got tired of having colorful particles do all the work for me and started yearning for a true display of tactile organoleptic manliness. Basically, I wanted to punch things to death. So to accomplish that I began training rigorously until my fists were harder than me when I start reading a certain something. And no, I don't know the sauce. And yes, I am lying. Day 19 is here, and with it comes an opportunity to teach some insolent villagers that the Geneva Convention is not a law, it's not even a suggestion, it's merely a proposal, a rejected one. We also learned on that day that the best spell a magician can cast is a nuclear worker. On day 20 our protagonist woke up in the United States of America, donned his work uniform, entered a dungeon, and engaged in his favorite activity. Chill out guys, ending their lives was justified because they weren't subscribed to the channel. And on the next day I decided to move places. I needed a refreshment, my base of operations was getting stale. So I found an epic spot, but sadly I forgot to take my stuff with. Thankfully though I found a magical cauldron lying on the ground under a tree next to some antimatter missiles. How convenient. Actually I spent a few days looking for that place, so now we're on day 45 and I'm about to commit vehicular manslaughter. Day 46 I looked for a slime chunk because I needed some slime balls to craft yet another mobility item, and I found exactly what I was looking for. On day 47 I started working on my favorite magic mod called Botania, but midway through it I realized that appeal to nature is a logical fallacy, so as a reasonable human being I had no choice but to abandon this project. On day 48 I concocted a portal to Poland and paid my fellow countrymen a visit. While in there I spent countless hours holding highly intellectual conversations with typical male specimens of that nationality. And that adventure exhausted me very much, so when I went to sleep I stayed in bed for 10 days, so when I woke up it was day 7. Day 76 comes and so do I. I mean, would you mind sharing what size these are? I'm asking for a friend. Anyway, on day 100 I killed the dragon using a sword I found in a dungeon chest on God, FRFR no cap. It even counts as magic because it glows. Just like the subscribe and like buttons when I say these words, at least that's how it should work.